Patrick Dunham here doing the shoulder strength and shoulder mobility workout for people with chronic conditions. We're going to start out with a couple of movements you may have seen in some of our previous videos, but we're going to do some compound sets with those exercises, then we're going to move on into some strength exercises. First, we're going to do something called wall slides. You want to take your hands obviously back up to a wall. You want to make a fist. You want to bring your arms back. If you're not able to touch the wall, as close as possible is going to be the best way to do this exercise. Keep in mind you want to keep a tight core. You don't want to arch your back to be able to reach the wall. You want to tighten your core up and then start the movement. So the back of my hands are actually going to slide against the wall or as close to the wall as possible. From here, I want my elbows about shoulder height, and I'm going to press overhead. So I want to get full extension, good complete reps. You may gain mobility as you do this exercise. It's completely normal. So once we do the number of reps that we're supposed to be doing for the wall slides, we're going to move into shoulder flexion. So again, standing with my feet about hip width apart. I want my hands to be in a neutral position so the palms are facing each other. I have points of contact. My butt, my shoulder blades, my head are in contact with the wall. From here, I'll keep my core tight. I'm going to come completely overhead and then back down. If possible, I want to touch the wall with the bottom of my hand here when I come down each rep. Once we finish up the compound set with the wall slides and shoulder flexion, what we want to do is stay in the same spot against the wall, and we're going to do shoulder abduction, and then we're going to do a compound set with shoulder extension. So for shoulder abduction, again, tighten up the core, get those points of contact with the wall. From here, I like to have my thumbs pointed up towards the sky as I finish up. I'm going to come right out to the side. If you feel more comfortable having palms facing each other, that's also completely fine. We're going to come right out to the side. We don't want our hands to end up way overhead. We just want to come directly out to the side so that our arms are parallel with the floor. We're going to compound set that with shoulder extension. So as we did shoulder flexion before, we're doing shoulder extension. This extension, we want to go behind our body. So while we're against the wall, we actually want to add some resistance against the wall. Ideally, your body will come off of the wall about 6 inches or so while you're engaging the muscles and performing shoulder extension. Again, you can have it so the bottom of your hands are touching the wall, or you can have the back of your hands in this format as you press. So moving on to some of the weighted exercises, we're doing some single arm presses as well as some different types of shoulder raises. When you are pressing single arm, you're engaging all the muscles on the opposite side of your body a lot more than if you have bilateral weight or weight in both hands. because your body's having to fight to stay upright and maintain that position. If you're holding weight on that one side, it wants to pull you down. So it's a lot more difficult. It's more of a core workout. And also, if you don't have great shoulder mobility, it's better to maintain a good position, not put your shoulders in a bad spot. So as we do single arm press here, grab a dumbbell. Just like previous exercises, we want to keep knuckle up. We don't want a bent wrist, we want a strong wrist, knuckle up. Neutral grip. I want to pack my shoulder. What that means is I'm retracting my shoulder blade back and I'm pushing my shoulder down. It's packing in place. It's the safest position to lift overhead. From here, I'm checking my feet about hip to shoulder width apart, squeezing my butt, squeezing my quads and my core. My back's not against the wall for this exercise. The opposite arm, I like to put it down by my side and actually push my shoulder down. I'm not shrugging as I'm pressing, I'm pushing that shoulder down, maintaining that good posture. From here, I'm pressing overhead. I want my upper arm, I want the humerus to end up right next to my ear as I'm pressing. So from the side, back down, nice and controlled. I don't want to bounce at the top and I don't want to throw it up. Nice and controlled. Once I finish that side, I'm going to switch on over to the opposite side. We're going to continue on with doing some single arm dumbbell or soup can or whatever you have that you can grab with one hand. So just as we did with the single arm press, we're going to grab the dumbbell. We're going to stand about hip to shoulder width apart. I'm going to pull my shoulders back, push them down. That the hand that I'm not exercising with or holding the dumbbell, again, I want to keep it pushed down on my side. From here, we can do this lift one of two ways. We can rotate and end up with the back of the hand towards the ceiling, or we can maintain that neutral grip, which if you do have any shoulder issues, that's going to be better for you. So I'm coming straight up. I want to pause and then come right back down. Return to that starting position, brief pause, and then come back up. Once I finish up that side, I want to switch on over to the other side. Check my body position, hands are good. Once I finish up that exercise, I'm going to move on over to the lateral raises, so the side lateral raises here. I don't want, just like with the shoulder abduction, I don't want my hand to end up here. At the very most, I want it to be so my palm is parallel, my arm is parallel to the ground. In good position here. I'm going to come straight out, pause, and then back down. So maintain good control. I don't want to be throwing it up and swinging. I want to maintain control the entire time. If you need to drop down weight, and that's also fine as well. As we finish up, we'll finish up that right arm, we'll move to the left. Same thing, just want to double check your body position here. Make sure that you have good posture. If you have someone else that can watch you and tell you, hey, pull your shoulders back, push them down, get your head up, your head's tilted, turn it so it's perpendicular to the ground. All those things are going to help you out. Again, this is going to be a little bit more difficult than if you have both dumbbells going at the same time. So your back might be a little bit more tired. The muscles all around your core might be a little bit more tired with the single arm work. Again, just finishing up, pausing, stopping right back where we started there. Once we finish up the side lateral raise exercise, we're going to finish up with the prone lying Y's exercise. So if you have a bench or somewhere that you can lie on your stomach comfortably, you're gonna lie face down. And you wanna get closer to the end so that your arms have enough room to move here. I don't want my head turned up. I don't want it looking down. I want to be in a neutral position. So again, I'm still pulling my shoulder blades back a little bit and pushing my shoulders down. Now from here, I'm making a Y with my arms. So if I'm standing up, if you were underneath, if you were lying on the ground, this is what it would look like from down there. Thumbs up, and then back down. It's not a big movement. It's one you don't need any weight or very little weight for. If you have any questions about any of these exercises or you need any modifications, feel free to reach out to me.